Hello there, Libra, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your mid-January reading. This is good from mid-January until about Valentine's Day. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. Okay, let's get into your reading. Pig spirit. Wow. Use your mind wisely. I don't think you had. Did you have this last week? I want to see what's on the bottom. Owl spirit. You can see clearly now. Yeah, it's really interesting because both of those have to do with your mind, right? Thinking clearly, seeing clearly. And you are an air sign, Libra. And sometimes, Libra, you can kind of get caught up in your head. And I think that's why I'm kind of so surprised. You have two cards that are really about using your mind, seeing clearly, looking at the situation more from, a logical viewpoint instead of your heart. So I'm kind of curious, where is this going? New beginnings. Really nice. So I want to take a peek. What's on the bottom? Behind a mask. So that could be you. That could be somebody. It's just like somebody isn't expressing their true feelings here about something. And this is a general reading. So it could have to do with work, relationships, love. But there's something here about wanting, seeing things clearly, seeing things in a different light. And you have been getting that energy lately about, the hangman energy, taking a look at things from a different perspective. And I kind of feel like you're coming into this energy of looking at something from a different perspective. The pig right here, if you look right there, like the third eye, it's kind of like you're opening up to seeing things in a different light and wanting a new beginning in something. So let's see what we have here. 8 of Wands, communication, taking action. Like I really feel this is such an interesting energy because I feel as if it's almost as if you get this clarity, right? Because the card that I pulled and the card on the bottom are both about getting this clarity. Like you get this clarity and it's like, okay, I'm changing direction and I am starting something new and it starts today. It's like this really quick energy. Really nice, Libra. So let's see what your obstacle is. Because I feel like you've been in this energy of waiting. Yeah, 3 of Swords. So, we'll clarify this. This could be your energy. This could also be the energy of the person that you're dealing with. There are some hurt feelings here, whether this is from the past or hurt feelings right now, but there's this energy of trying to get past the pain. And I feel like you're seeing this pain or this situation, this painful situation, in a different perspective. You finally have gotten there. Yeah, the High Priestess. So there you go with the pig spirit, really listening to your intuition, getting into your mind's eye and seeing this from a different perspective, wanting to take action in a different way. Or somebody could be coming in, right? You could be receiving some communication from somebody that you may have had a difficult relationship with. And once again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be family, friend, work, but some relationship that there has been some conflict, some disappointing energy here. And somebody's wanting a new beginning, whether that is a new, a reuniting energy, or if that is like, I'm just going in a completely different direction. So let's see what we have here for the outcome. Yes, Six of Swords. Interesting. Gemini had this energy in the same position. Kind of this energy of moving on, ready to be over the pain. And Gemini had somewhat of a similar energy. Seven of Pentacles. Where are you going to put your time and energy? Realizing that things have been moving slowly. And part of it is because you didn't have the clarity. The Two of Swords, you know, the hat is like pulled over her eyes. Can't see clearly how this is all going to work out, but now sees how things are going and has that clarity and is ready to move on. Knight of Wands, lots of action, ready to move. Okay, so let's see what we have with this Eight of Wands. Let's figure out, are you taking action? Is somebody taking action towards you? Interesting energy. Ace of Pentacles, Magician. Wow. Really strong energy. Four of Wands. So this is, you know, this could be a twin flame. This is the 1111 card. But it is also about happy home. The wedding card. Strong foundation. You know, somebody's really determined here. I think it's you. You've gotten the clarity. You know, there's that clarity again, ready to turn the wheel, bring in the blessings, start a new cycle, either with somebody in the past or just going in a new direction. Really nice energy. So we have the Ace of Pentacles here. You know, to me, this is like a gift from the universe, but there's an offer here. It could be the offer of a new job, a new opportunity, a new relationship. There's an offer coming in, and it's something that you actually have been manifesting, you know, wanting this new thing to come in. And I feel like you have really been waiting for a while. It's closing out the World card. You're closing out one chapter and you're starting a new chapter. You realize that it's time. It's time to move on. It's time to, you know, just to get on with life. To get on with life. And, you know, I feel like for some of you, you've been hoping that, you know, a situation could clear up, that there could be some healing. So let's see what this situation is. If this is kind of propelling you into this new direction, or are you, you know, finally healing it, ready to put it to bed, you know, to put it to rest, to say, okay, I'm over that and I am ready for something new. So let's see what we have with the Three of Swords. Full card, Ten of Cups. Oh my gosh. Ace of Wands. Fresh new beginning. Hangman. There's that hangman that I was talking about. Getting a new perspective of things and getting inspired to go in a new direction. You know, after a long time of trying to decide, what am I going to do? Trying to juggle, you know, going back and forth between waiting for somebody to return and moving forward. It's been a very long waiting energy, very waiting. And I'm behind. Yeah, the devil. You know, this energy of just being attached to something from the past and not able to move on. I want to say, once again, it's so interesting. Gemini had a very similar energy. This was actually in their present, and this is your obstacle. So you know, this could be because you're both air signs, so it could be an air sign thing. But for some of you, I feel like you may be dealing with a Gemini. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up. But it doesn't matter whether this is a Gemini or not. There's been a painful situation in the past that has been very difficult to get over. It's something that, you know, you thought with the Ten of Swords and the Three of Swords, lot of pain, very painful ending. Something, you know, I really feel like I feel like it has something to do with relationships, but it could be a career that ended. But I really feel there's so much Cups energy here that it's either a romantic connection or a family or a friend relationship. There's something here that you have to walk away from. And you're walking away from one Ten of Cups energy into a new Ten of Cups energy. You're getting the perspective now that you can't walk to the new Ten of Cups, right? Until you walk away from the past. You can't be in this energy of going back and forth, do I want them back or don't I? I'm moving forward. No, I'm not. Going back and forth, that seesaw type of energy. It's like you're really recognizing now, okay, I have to tell myself I am going forward. I have to get the clarity that I am moving forward, that I want a new beginning, and that you're ready. You're ready to take the leap of faith, to go in this new direction. And I think for a lot of you, you have known this intuitively for a very long time, but it's as if you finally, finally know, once again, with both of these, it's almost as if the universe has said, okay, here's the clarity that you needed. And I feel with that devil energy on the bottom, this has not been an easy situation to move on from, right? And I know from doing your readings in 2021, this has been, I think for a lot of you, this has been a twin flame connection, and those are so difficult to move on from. But it's as if, okay, I have to put my time and energy into making progress for myself, into moving in only a forward direction. And you're getting that perspective that in order to move forward and stay on that forward path, that you really have to cut something from the past. You have to, almost like sever it and just say, no, it's over. I'm done. I'm not even going to think about it. So let's see what we have here. Oh my goodness. This is so similar to the Gemini reading. There's everything you don't know. You don't know everything. And we had that with this behind a mask. This is also your fears. Your fears about moving forward. Of leaving somebody behind. Your fearful of, you have the Six of Swords, and this is also your outcome. You're fearful of moving forward. Yeah, Judgment card. It's like it's your call. The universe wants you to know it is your call to move forward. And I feel as if intuitively and this is really kind of amazing. Gemini had this too. These exact two cards. It's this energy of intuitively knowing that you are going to, be the phoenix rising from the ashes, that you're building a new life for yourself, and it's going to be really stable. You're going to have abundance coming in, that this is the move that you need to make. It's finally getting that clarity that you have been resisting. It's getting the clarity that you have been resisting this energy by putting up all of these walls. Sometimes the hardest thing, and the message I'm getting is behind a mask, is, sometimes the hardest thing for us to do is to actually admit how difficult an ending was, or how difficult a certain situation in our life really was. And I feel as if maybe in some ways you may have been hiding behind a mask. You may have been masking your emotions about how difficult an ending was. And, think about what you may have said to friends and family or whatever, or, if this was a romantic connection, if you started dating, it's how are you spinning this ending? What is it that you say to yourself and to others about this ending? And is the way that you really feel about this ending the same as what you're saying? So especially with the Ten of Cups here and the Ten of Swords, I feel like this was a really difficult ending. But you could be spinning it as if, either it's been a total blessing in your life, right? Or you could be spinning it as far as, putting all of, I don't want to say the blame, but are you taking your accountability for your part in this situation? Are you looking at your part in it clearly? Are you looking at it clearly? And then, dealing with those issues or those feelings that are coming up. And I think that a lot of you are finally getting to the point where you are, because you're understanding that by not dealing with those feelings, what you've done is you've actually blocked this happy, abundant new life of yours, right? It's about making peace with the past, with this situation, and really looking at it clearly about, there is nobody is either, well, I shouldn't say ever, okay? But in most situations, we all play a part in every single ending that has crossed our path, right? I mean, even if you've been in a relationship where the other person, had a third party or, cheated or betrayed you in some way, when you look back, are there signs that you could have seen? Were there conversations or actions that you could have taken before the relationship got to that point, right? And it's about taking a good look at that and recognizing, why you stayed in a certain relationship or why you allowed certain things to happen in a relationship. And usually that has to do with our fears, right? Our fears of abandonment, our fears of being by ourselves. And it's as if when you are processing all of that, you're getting this clarity about how to move forward in future relationships and everything. And you're also recognizing that you are the one that has prevented this new from coming in. And part of that, Libra, is just that you weren't quite ready yet. Right? Because the healing process isn't, you don't break up from somebody one day and then the next day, the sun comes up and everything's rosy, right? There's a process, and allowing yourself giving yourself grace. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Giving yourself grace that this has been a process. And even if you have been telling your friends and family, oh, I've moved on, that's old stuff. It's about recognizing, at least to yourself, when you look yourself in the mirror, just how painful this situation really was. And that maybe now you are either healing from it, or maybe now you actually are ready to heal from it. And the first step of that is just recognizing, just how painful it was. Very interesting reading. I have a very... Libra, have a lot of compassion for yourself. I have, that in my heart space. It's not like this is, a shadow. It is kind of shadow work, but it's not like dark thoughts or anything. It's just like, okay, I finally see the light. It's a good feeling. I feel like you're being compassionate towards yourself in whatever this ending was, and you're also finally getting to the point of having compassion for the person that was involved. And I know, that sense of forgiveness, forgiving what has happened in the past does not condone that person's actions, but recognizing that, there needs to be compassion for everyone, on some level. So, and especially for yourself. Making sure that you're compassionate towards yourself. So let's see what the Six of Swords is. Oh my goodness. Libra. Okay, this is really, we had the Judgment card earlier, but this is the Six of Cups. It could be actually, Six of Cups. Coming into this realization that you really miss this person, and there's nothing wrong with that this is somebody or some situation, moving. I'm going to read this in two ways. Either you want to move away from this energy of of a broken heart and reunite with somebody from the past because you're ready to commit, or they're ready to commit, something like that, wanting to work it out, and that they are your twin flame, that they are the person, your true soulmate. For others of you, I think you may be coming into this energy of saying, okay, this was a very deep soul connection, this connection in the past. And it's kind of like coming into that realization that, yeah, that was something that was a true soul connection, but there was perhaps commitment issues in this past relationship. And maybe getting really clear with yourself about who had the commitment issues, or why you allowed somebody into your life, why you spent so much time and energy in a relationship where the person wasn't willing to commit to you, right? Like getting that clarity of why you stayed in a relationship when there perhaps were signs that this person wasn't really truly committed to you. And so it's about, looking for a love relationship that is committed and really wants to work with you. And whether that is this person from the past or whether this is a new person, you're ready to take a different approach with your relationships in the future. I feel like, there was some difficult ending that you had in the past, whether you're reuniting with that person or not. It's as if you want to go into your future relationships. You see that the silver lining in the ending of this relationship and the difficult ending, the difficult energy in that, is that you recognize now that you deserve to have somebody that brings a sweet nature to the relationship and also is highly committed and wants to work with you, and also has a deep soul connection. There's a lot of not just physical passion, but emotional passion, a lot of commitment, of having each other's backs. It's really interesting because I think for some of you, you may be reconnecting with somebody in the past. You are going to know that, whether that is or not. Like, you're probably sitting there going, no way, or yeah, I think that's where I'd like to be, right? It's almost as you get the clarity. I don't have that clarity. And I feel like sometimes, Spirit does that because what they want you to do is to go into your intuition, into your heart space, and to ask yourself, what is it that you really want? And if this is the connection that you want, like putting the time and effort into truly committing to this relationship. I feel like if it ended, it was because there wasn't a true sense of commitment in the relationship. And what does that take? How much time and energy can you put into making it truly committed? Building that emotional, vulnerable, safe place between the two of you. So that it's not just passion, but there's also this sense of, hey, we're a team. We're going to do this together. We have each other's backs. And I feel that's why if you are reuniting with somebody, that you are not reuniting with the same way that you reunited in the past. It's this energy of, no, wait a minute. I see relationships in a different light. And it's not just about, we have common interests, or, we're highly attracted to each other, or we want the same things in life. It's even more than that. It's about having this safe place where you can be your true self with this person and feel like they're still going to love you. And you provide that same safe place for them. It's as if there are no secrets. Like, I think you realize in the past, this past relationship, there were secrets. There were things that you didn't tell this person. There are things they didn't tell you. And I'm not saying like necessarily bad secrets, but your secrets are your hopes, your dreams, your fears, what you're anxious about, you know. Being able to take that mask off and know that you can tell the person that you're with anything, and they're still going to love you. They may be upset. They may be upset, at least initially, but they're still going to love you. It's that sense of unconditional love that you recognize now, that the only way you can have a true soul commitment with somebody is to have that unconditional love. Really interesting. And I feel like for some of you, you may be sitting there going, okay, but how could I take them back if they betrayed me in the past? That is the healing part, that you have to know whether you can do that or not, right? That is the situation, is taking a look at that and asking yourself, can you forgive? And once again, if this is a toxic situation or, abusive in any nature, right? That's not a relationship you want to go back to. But if there were issues in your relationship, and especially if it had something to do with, being vulnerable with each other, emotionally vulnerable, emotionally intimate, commitment issues, it is like this second chance at working through that with this past person, or perhaps going into your next relationship, right? And knowing that that is something you are going to work on to, really foster within that new relationship. Yeah, your great wave awaits. I feel like this is a true soul lesson that you've learned, whether you are reuniting with somebody or if you are really going forward into a new relationship. But it's like, I feel like you have this new awareness about what a true romantic relationship is about. And taking that knowledge and saying, okay, I want to work on this. I want to work on being committed. Putting down my fears of being abandoned or whatever, so that I can take off my mask and have this emotional intimacy with somebody else. And then also providing that safe place so that they also feel that they can be emotionally intimate and vulnerable with you. Really nice message. What are the dominant emotions that run my life? I had to check. I thought it said that ruined my life. That run my life. And I feel like that's what you have been learning. You've had some emotional, difficult emotional ending here, and it's about taking a look. How can I start afresh? How can I start new in my future relationships? How can I move forward after taking a look at how your emotions may have run your life in the past? So let's see how this, I'll read the back to you. How do you feel your day? Stress or joy? Trust or anger? Anxiety or peace? We have only today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us the feeling we seek. But when we begin filling every day with that which we value most, we will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. So today's soul action, lean into what you want to feel and adjust your life, your values, and your expectations to match your desires. What do you want to feel? Are you willing to let go of the belief that you have to achieve something to feel it? Wow, that is really powerful. I'm not sure I have ever pulled this card before. And it's really so fitting for this, because it's almost like you're committing yourself to feeling unconditional love. It's like that's the feeling that you want. Well, if that's the feeling that you want, then what do you have to do? You have to provide unconditional love for yourself. Remember, I was talking about compassion for yourself, but you also have to provide it for those that you are in close relationships with. you know, whether that's romantic, work, you know, family, friends, whatever relationships mean a lot to you, whatever relationships you want unconditional love from, you also have to provide it to that person. And that means providing a very safe, um, you know, environment within your relationship and being committed to that, being committed to this person, to this situation. No, letting them know that no matter what, you love them. It doesn't matter what they do or what they say. You know, when you provide that type of environment, and not in a toxic way, okay? So that's a totally different thing. But when you provide that for somebody, and then they also provide it for you, that's when you get this. Wow, really nice energy. Really nice energy. Libra. Wow. I am going to leave it there. I do wish you so much love and light in this situation. If you did resonate with it, I'd love to hear how in the comments below, or please consider liking or subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.